Okay, let's get this party started. It's relatively simple. I put a little bit of the foundations in play in order for us to make sure that we don't need to chase our salespeople for anything. We need to do 5 simple things. First, we're going to create a pipeline. It's really important that you set this up correctly. I don't care what CRM you're using, has to be set up properly. I'm using Salesforce. As we all know, I love Salesforce because once you know how to use it, it is actually cheaper than any CRM out there, and it is better than any CRM out there. And if you want to contest me on that, you call me. We'll have a Zoom call and I will show you what's what. But for $25 a month, I can build you an enterprise account, which is awesome. And then for more, their full price, you have no idea what you can build. Okay, so we have a simple pipeline. We have 4 simple stages. Like I've kept this easy, easy, easy. We have 6 opportunities, all with booked calls today. Amy's taken a couple calls and Keith has taken a couple calls. Nice and simple. This is the agenda. We have a report. So I've set up a quick report with all our activity details, and we can see again that here we have today at these times, booked calls for these opportunities, 3 for Amy and 3 for Keith. And they're all still in pending. And once we have a report done, we can create a dashboard of these reports. I didn't bother doing it yet because I'm going to show you how I do it. And then we have each of our opportunities. It's going to look like this. Now, I made the pages super, super simple. I don't care what CRM you're using. You know what a record page looks like, a person page, a deal page, whatever we want to call it. So we have our details, and this is all the details. And you can do this for as many things as you want. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to keep it super simple. I'm just going to say, here's the description, and they're not allowed update this until the description is filled in. It's as simple as that. And the price quote is where they're going to have to go first because that's what's going to trigger this. That's their procedure. I'm saying, hey guys, at the end of your day, everybody has to have given a price quote. I want to see what's in play, unless of course it's closed and it's won. Here's your deal. Now opportunity. So now, how can I force them to do that? Okay, I mean, obviously I can check, but I'm going to create a validation rule. Now, most CRMs have these on the expert accounts. If you don't know how to use it, look it up. And I'm simply going to say, look, sales reps have to complete their data before the updates. And it's pick list value. And I'm just saying, hey, the stage name better be proposal price quote. And the description better not be blank. So it's as simple as that. Okay. If it's blank, I want you to trigger this. And I want you to trigger it on the field where the description is, A, B, C, D. And I want you to say, description needs to be completed now. I'm only doing this for theatrical performance. And save. So let's see what we've done. We're going to go back here. And I'm just going to refresh this to make sure that it's been updated. And there's nothing in description. And now I'm going to update the proposal. And what? No, it needs to be completed now, right this second. Okay, so we spoke about X, Y, and Z, whatever. And now I'm going to update my proposal price quote. And they have to update it to proposal price quote, otherwise it won't trigger them a quote because that's how I set everything up. Salespeople have to send them a quote, have to do one step at a time, so that shouldn't be a problem. Now Amy has just updated this. Now that this has been updated, she can also update her call, and we can edit this, and now we can mark this complete. And we're just going to move my head out of the way. And now we have a booked call complete, and we have an opportunity that has been updated because we spoke about something, and that's what we've done so far. And we've seen that our validation rule has worked. Now I can make 10, 20 validation rules. Hey, the source has to be this. price has to be this. I can do as much as I want. So let's put it to bed that the creating a validation rule is done, because I can basically make sure that my salespeople fill out my CRM any way I want before I allow them to update the stage. And that's the key here. So they cannot update that stage unless they filled it out the way I want them to fill it out. And we've created our pipeline. And we're in the process of automating this, don't you worry. Next, we have to create reports and dashboards. So here's a report. Here's a dashboard. Now, I've created this as a template report. I need to create a few different reports in order for this to function properly. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save this as, and I'm going to save this templated report as another report. I am basically going to say this report is by the owner, and it'll auto-populate. And now I have all this information by owner. I'm going to edit it. Now this is the same in any CRM. You have to put in your values properly. So owner, and now this is how many Amy has. This is how many Keith has. You see where I'm going with this. Now that is going to be save and run, and that is ready. And now I'm going to save as again. And this time I'm going to go by stage. And again, any CRM in the world, it's all the same. I mean, it's not, but I'll be somewhat okay on this video. And this time we're going to edit it. And we're going to move our opportunity owners down. And we're going to move our outcome. Now I can see what's pending. Now I can see what's completed. And we're going to save and run. And to avoid complications, we are going to go straight to dashboards. Now we're going to edit this. And let's start bringing stuff in. So, this is the one we want. Now, I have all these variations. I'm going to do a few variations. I much prefer this because I can see everything. So I can see today that we have 6 calls. 1 call is complete. 5 calls ready to go. So we're going to start it with that. Outcome, shorten units. I want percentages, so I can see my daily percentages. Definitely by outcome. I could do it by records. Max 6, who cares? And I don't care about the naming because this is a wonderful video. So now I can see, although actually wait, I'm going to change. That's what I want to do. Title. Today's calls. I could call it today's agenda. I'm going to call this today's calls. Done. And next we're going to bring in a by owner. Save. Just going to do the exact same thing. Amy has 3. This is what Keith has. And again, I'm going to line it up. So now I know that Amy and Keith, but I think I'm going to do something a little bit fancy just for this video. Cancel. And we'll leave it clean. So let's move you there. We have 6 calls today. Now I want to see the rolling outcome. So we're going to go here. And just for the sake of argument, we're going to do one of these. And we are going to change this to activity status. Now we're going to line this up again. And as you can see, I'm tracking what's pending over to what's complete and what's not. So these are your different options on which way you want to lay it out. And the goal here is to make sure that we know what's going on. So now we're going to need to go back to that original tabular view. So our template, select. The only thing I'm going to add here is description and a stage. And we're going to move you over here. For this one, we don't care about the date. We don't care about the due time. We don't care about the subject. We just want to know the stage, name, owner, and description. Title, today's opportunities. If you've worked with me before, you know I do this a lot cleaner, but I'm making a short video today. There we go. We spoke about X, Y, and Z. Proposal quote. So I was going to do one more. And let's put one more in here just for a little bit of fun. And let's take the standard template. No, we're going to take the outcome template. And you can sort of see what I can do here. So I can play this any way I want. I can put gauges and fancy stuff in. Pending and complete ratios, which will come in handy for pending complete. Now I can put something like this in, which I'm going to do, and this will give us percentage basis. So now I can see 83. Actually, I'm going to put this in. This I like. It's a nice way to finish it. Now, obviously I could spend hours and I can make this as clean as I want. All we really need to just establish is this is our day. These are our calls. Now, Salesforce vid dashboards template. I can call this my end, my daily report. And this report is both a start of the day and an end of the day, all in one. Because when I start my day, I'm going to see, okay, so we have this many book calls. I got 6 book calls. This many's pending. This many's complete. Amy's got 3 of them. Here they are. And I can click on here just so you know, and I can see the report. Same with Keith. I can see the percentage very clearly now. I can see it over here as well, but this is a little bit clearer. And I can see a running overview of what's in play. So let's save this, and we're done. Now, let's start updating my day-to-day. So we don't need any more of these reports. We don't need any more of this. And we don't need any more of these. We've done all of them. So now we're going to keep on going, updating this, and updating this. We're going to close you. Okay, Grand Hotels. This call was amazing. Call. Waiting on OK to close. Wonderful. Saving this. Price quote has been sent. And this has been forgotten to update because I'm a bad sales guy. Now, this call is Amy. And Amy is deal. Wait, you know what? We're just going to deal this one. This is just a straight up deal. One call close. Good job, Amy. Select. One. Save. Amy's got 675 in cash. And edit. And complete. Done. And this person here is going real quick. Oh, you're not allowed updated. Oh, I forgot about that. Cancelled. So this call got cancelled. Whose was this? This was mine. Goodness, not good. Not good. And cancelled. And it's the middle of the day. So let's see what our sales manager has to say about that. So our sales manager is just kicking back and going, I wonder what's going on. Let's refresh the dashboards. Very, very interesting. Okay, so we started off the day with 6 calls and we've had one cancelled call, one no-show. You see, even though I love this view, most of the people I work with do not love this view. They prefer this view because it's easier. So I like to get an extra little something in on these videos. So I can see that 2 more calls are pending today. 2 have been completed. 1 was cancelled. 1 was no-show. I prefer this view. What can I say? Amy had 3 today and Keith had 3. So we're both on splits. Again, it's a nice record, start and middle. I can have a quick look down here and see what's going on. So here's my 2 booked. Grand Hotels, United Oil are still in the flow. Edge spoke about X, Y, and Z, but this call is waiting to close. Grand Hotels, awesome. And we have, this was a no-show, lost, and this was United Oil, 1. Awesome. Okay, so that's what we're at there. Now, let's move it along. So, you can sort of see that I could have made other ones by stage. I could see who's at what stage. That's what I was gonna do. And then I thought, we don't need it. I could have done so many more things. This I really like because I get a percentage on waterfall. So 16% of my calls today was a no-show. 16% cancel, 33% pending, and so forth. Now, let's just finish this bad boy off. So this was not bad. Notes, etc. Spelt wrong for fun. Save. You're going in, proposal quote, and I didn't forget to do you. Opportunity. Why does my head keep being in the way when I do this? Edit. Complete. And United Oil. This was already marked complete, wasn't it? You know what? I forgot. Who cares? I'm a bad salesman. I forgot. Now it's coming to the end of the day. So everybody's finished. Everybody's done their stuff. And one call is still marked pending. But hang on a second. Everything here shows that it's done. This is the problem with salespeople. We kind of think we do, and we don't do. Now, as a sales manager, all I got to do is click on this, and I can see straight away that Grand Hotels is still pending. So I can click into Grand Hotels, and I can see that it was an amazing call. So it's fairly obvious that Keith just forgot to do this. So we have two options here. One, as a sales manager, I'll just update it, save him the problems. Option two is I can create a scheduled zap, create automated notifications, and I can turn around and I can say at 5 p.m. Check the calendar statuses and return pending values. And what is up with my spelling today? Now, I'm writing this in plain English, but with respect, this is not that difficult for us to do in Zap. Okay, it's not that difficult for us to do in Salesforce. So that's why we're going to do it in Salesforce, just to show exactly how we need to do this. So we're going into our setup. You can do this in Zap, any CRM. Most CRMs have workflows. I'm pretty sure every CRM has workflows now. I can't think of one that doesn't have automations and workflows. So let's create a new workflow. I'm going to start from scratch because I'm not lazy here. Schedule it. Create. Now, we don't need this. And we're going to move my face. Close you. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of every single day, okay, we're going to create it at 8 a.m. to tell everyone what's in play. We're going to create it at 2 p.m. to let everyone know how things are going. And at, what did we say, 5 p.m. daily. Okay. And it's that simple. So every single day at 5 p.m., we want to do a check. So we're going to get some records first. The records we're going to get is get our calendar events. Super duper simple. Object, lo and behold, it is events. This is the same in Zapier, by the way. Can be named a little different depending on what CRM. All the conditions are met. So what are we doing here? We're checking calendar status, returning. So if the start date and time equals today, in order for me to do it today, I just got to create a little something something. It's the same again. You have date formatting in Zapier, N8N, all the usuals. I'm just going to create a formula today. Come on, Keith, stop with the spelling. It's humiliating for the video. Date and today. That's all I got to do. Check my syntax. Done. Equals today. So it'll return it if it's equal today, and the outcome pending. That's it. All records. Done. And now, what do I want to do? Send a message. Well, Slack, which I haven't installed yet, but let's just do it in, we just send it as an email for now. I really should just pause this video and connect Slack. Will I do it? Let's send it to Chatter. Post to Chatter. Chatter's the same as Slack. And we're going to send an email. We could send a Slack message. We could send anything. Update your opportunity. It's that kind of simple. And all I got to do is fill out all this information, and I think you get the idea. And I can have a follow-up trigger, so I can have this set every 5 minutes to go if I want. Same in Zapier, same in any of them. So now it's been in Slack, you've been emailed, everybody's humiliated. Now that that's taken place, we can just update this. Edit, pending, complete. And now we're going to close all this. I don't need to save this. I think everybody gets the idea. Now I'm going to go back to my dashboard. This is my daily report. I'm a sales manager. I'm a CEO. I'm waiting to get the final reports. I handle the HR department and I need to know what's going on. Refresh. It is 6 p.m. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, look at all of this. Nothing is pending. Okay. And it is all done. Now, how can I make this easier? So we have all of our overviews here of what actually took place. And let's even make this a tiny bit easier. So we're going to edit our dashboard. Now, I think we prefer this more than this, even though I don't, but let's get rid of this. And we're going to edit this, and all we're going to ask ourselves is if the outcome is pending. Apply. And save and run. And let's go back. Widget. Open a widget. Pending. Again, my head. I'm moving it over to this side. There, that'll do. Send. And there's no data, obviously. And I edit this once again. Just so I can quickly test this. Let's mark this. We gotta close this up a little bit. Done. Done. Save. So now, as a sales manager, this has to be 0. And again, we're just going to quickly test it here to make sure everything works. Just close this. So let's just move my call, edit, back to pending. And we'll do a refresh. Now, I'm a sales manager. I can see that one call is still marked pending, but I can also see that everything has been updated price-wise. Now, you can probably guess. I can create another little checkbox here to see has anything not been updated. And then I can see who's not updated it. So again, the question was 60 seconds, Sales Solutions chasing salespeople for call reports. I don't chase anyone. I create a solid pipeline. I create validation rules. I create reports. Then I put those reports on a dashboard. When I feel like it, I just create automated notifications that let salespeople know, hey, you didn't fill that out, and it just keeps blasting at them. It'll go by email, it'll go into Slack channels, it'll let the whole team know. As a manager, I can update it myself anytime I want, but what can't happen is I can never be wondering what's going on with my team. Now, I have built these kinds of dashboards for so many companies. It's always customizable depending on what's important. You want to see your lead source. You want to see your daily cash intake. You want to basically see anything you want. But the key, and all I'm trying to get across with this video, is that your salespeople, Amy and Keith, cannot do anything without us knowing about it. So now that I have this, I can see anything I want. I have a basic dashboard with everything going on. and I can pop in and I can see anything I want anytime at all. I want to see more about what's going on with Amy and Keith as opposed to seeing it like this. No problem. I just click into my report. And every CRM should have this. I can see what Amy's done. I can see what Keith's done. I can open up charts. I can have a little look at these charts and see what I want.